Hey, what's up everybody? Jeremy here with Stevens Detailing and Shine Supply. I want to go over today how to properly and safely remove badges from vehicles. I got my stuff laid out actually in the exact order of the steps I'm going to do. I have a heat gun, some fishing line, got my rubber eraser wheel mounted to the drill, compressed air, and rapid remover, adhesive remover, along with a few microfiber towels. All right, let's jump into it. So step one is I'm going to take my heat gun. The important tip with the heat gun is you don't want to get up too close and stay in one area too long. So I want to pan over the area. Considering this is there's a lot of letters and numbers in this emblem, I'm going to address these three first instead of heat gun the whole area. Because by the time I got to this letter, this is already going to be cooled off. So I'm going to start with these three, and I'm going to slowly pan over the letter. I'm probably 2 inches away from the surface. And all I'm trying to do is warm up the adhesive behind the lettering, so that once I come through with the fishing line, it'll easily be removed. So you can see how they're starting to loosen up. Kind of heat check them, make sure they're not getting too hot. You can really cause some damage very quick during this step if you're not careful. So check them, you get some movement like that, you have a little bit of play, you know you're ready to jump to the next step. All right, my next step is to take my fishing line. I got my scissors here. I'm gonna give myself about a 3-foot lead, snip it off, just enough so I can wrap it around both my hands, because I'm gonna make a saw out of this, and I'm gonna kind of do a sawing action behind those emblems. The strength of this line, or pound test strength, I think this is a 15-pound line. You know, you want something strong enough. If you get like a 10-pound line, once you come through and start sawing, it's gonna snap real easy. So at least get 12, 15-pound fishing line, okay? Just cut this, okay? So now I got enough lean, I can wrap it around my hands. I'm gonna slide this behind the emblem, and then I'm just gonna gently go up and down like a sawing action. You can see how that's breaking the emblem away from the double-sided tape. Now here's what's key. When you get to the last corner of the emblem, you don't want to just get rough with it and keep sawing, because what can happen is the points on these emblems, as you peel this off, it can dig into the clear coat and actually chip the paint. So when you get to the very edge where it's ready to be pulled off, put a finger or two on the emblem and then pull the fishing line down. Take both fingers and try to lift straight off the paint. See how I'm lifting straight off rather than diagonal? That's what can cause it to dig in and chip the paint. Okay, so step 2 will be to take this rubber erase wheel. I have the box out for you guys. I purchased this from Amazon. We'll try to put a link in the video so you could grab that if you'd like. It's right in my drill bit. Okay, now, this isn't a matter of just coming in, pulling the trigger full speed and wheeling this off. You want to be nice and controlled with your trigger. See that this is a variable speed? I want to be right about at that speed, which is barely enough to suppress the trigger in to get some movement. Reason being, if you come in with this rotation really fast, you will literally burn the clear coat. It doesn't mean you're necessarily going to go through the paint, but you're going to cause some yellowing due to the heat you're transferring into the clear coat. So you want to be at a low speed, and I'm going to start at the edge of this double-sided tape. and I want to catch the edge of that tape, and I'm just going to start to peel up that double-sided tape with a slight back and forth motion. So you can see that. I'm just starting at the edge, and with my slight back and forth motion of the rubber wheel, I'm just peeling back that double-sided tape. Arm pressure is enough to keep the rubber wheel planted against the door panel without it walking all over the place on me. I don't want to push too hard, but I do want to make a little bit of contact so that it's not jumping all over the place on me. You'll really have to be controlled with that trigger finger. This light residue, that will be cleaned up with the next step with the adhesive remover. So you don't have to try to get every bit of residue off the paint. That's gonna come off with the adhesive remover, but you don't want to leave, a bulk amount of this double-sided tape, or you're gonna be fighting it on your next step. Okay, another thing is I'm keeping this rubber wheel planted evenly on the paint. I'm not too far up on each edge. So that's another thing that can start to gouge into the clear coat. So you want to plant that wheel flat against the surface. Next step will be, I got my compressed air. Don't trip. If you guys don't have compressed air, it's a matter of just cleaning off this area before you go into the adhesive remover. You don't want a lot of shaving. So however you want to dust that off, if you do have compressed air, it makes it easy. Start from the top, just give it a quick blow off. Okay, next step will be to take rapid remover. Got this on Amazon as well. Leave you guys a link for that. I'm gonna take microfiber towel. And what I like to do with this, instead of spraying it right on the door panel and then it potentially, it's gonna drip all over the place. Not that you could not spray it on the panel, it's just more controlled. Spray it, let's open this up first. Spray it right on your towel and just get some of the product on where the double-sided tape is. So what this is gonna do, it's gonna start to break down that glue so then I can come through with a dry spot on the microfiber towel and start to ball up that double-sided tape, that adhesive. Okay, and if you can see how I've kept all that adhesive remover right in the area that I'm gonna be working on. So it's starting to break that down. Come through on a dry section of the towel and see how you can just start to work it off. In circular motions, just kind of ball it up. You don't wanna use the area of the towel that's saturated with the adhesive remover because you need that friction from the dry part of the towel to kind of ball up the adhesive. See that? And during this step, you're gonna be flipping to clean spots regularly. This towel will be junk afterwards because you're never gonna wash out all that glue. Okay, so I got it somewhat clean. I'm gonna flip the towel to a completely clean section. I'm going to apply a little bit more rapid remover and give it one more wipe down. Okay, so that would complete our badge removal. Now, a couple pro tips for you guys. When you do this process, it's hard to see on this white truck, but if we got it the right angle, we're gonna see some light abrasions in the clear coat where we were just working. So that's where I suggest taking a dual action polisher, possibly even a 3-inch. If you don't have a 3-inch, you can use a larger tool, use a microfiber pad, something like our classic cut compound, and come through and do a light compound over that area to clean up any light defects that you put in the paint during these steps. And then follow that with a polish. Shameless plug for our polish, classic finish, black foam pad. Do a second step on that. Protect it with your protection of choice, and you'd be completed. Okay, so after I got done wiping it with that rapid remover, which is the adhesive remover, you can see this residue from that product. See, I just swiped it. It's got this film right here. Now, if you were not gonna do any compounding and polishing afterwards in that area, if you were satisfied with the way it looked, at minimum, I suggest taking something like our Eco Shine, which is our waterless wash, and giving the area a thorough wipe down so you're not leaving any of that adhesive remover sitting on the clear coat. All right, so that's it. I hope this video was helpful in learning how to properly and safely remove badges from your vehicle, and thanks for watching.